Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on another team from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Cook. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Canes are rolling down the field. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
He'll do it himself. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He'll pull it on the read. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Off the boot, looking for his man. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10, and the returner will be brought down. So Kennesaw State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop right there. Good pickup is still short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile one.
Running toward the tape. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll try to get it in with the run. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Second and goal for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Canes will punt this one away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Gets it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Quarterback will keep it. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. Makes the catch and he's brought down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brian.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
It's complete to the left. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly complete. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kennesaw State right back to work. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. A little release to the back. Shakes off the defender. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes his connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Timeout, Kennesaw State.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Owls!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just 9 seconds to play here in the half. Let's see if they come out guns a-blazing. Running it to the right. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. He's looking to throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
The Hurricanes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. To the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Guys out the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He makes the connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
The screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
The Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. It's Burr. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point in the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the Canes will move the sticks. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14.
Fellas, wanted to keep you informed on the battle for the Peach State between Georgia and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those rambling wreck players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Here comes the offense on second down. He leaves it with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The give to the back. Tackled, but he has a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.